So at 20 years old, I was sentenced to a program called Pier 1. It was a therapeutic community slash halfway house and was an alternative to going to prison. And for many in prison was their only way out. I noticed that I started following the rules when they gave me a walkie-talkie in the role of orientation support, or OTS, teaching the new guys the rules and disciplining them for not following them. I realized that a lot of the new guys had just served over 10 years in prison and had jumped through hoops to be accepted into the program. I was now responsible for being an example and disciplining guys that had a lot of time hanging over their heads. If I led these guys into habits of rebellion, then I could have been the reason somebody got sent back to prison, and I didn't want that. Now, making content in the same sense is a responsibility in which my integrity and walk is more important than my words. And my words must line up with his words, right? The risk is higher though. Check it out. If I straightened up for some guys that have 15 years hanging over their heads, how much more should I walk the walk for those that have an eternity hanging over their heads? Can't be talking about the light of the world while walking in darkness. So James 3:1 says, "Not many of you should become teachers, my fellow believers, because you know that we who teach will be judged more strictly." So it makes sense why God holds those who teach to a higher standard, and so does the world. The world will put a magnifying glass upon the life of anybody talking about the Bible, trying to find any contradictions in what we say and do. So it's only right that we hold ourselves to a higher standard. Amen.